Hello everyone, this is Team Kuktiam and welcome to Orman, a mobile application that turns fun gaming into real-world environmental impact. In this video, we will walk you through the technical side of how Orman was built, how it works, and how it empowers users to green their cities one game at a time. To develop the application, we used MIT App Inventor, and for the user interface and the visual assets, we used Figma and Canva, especially for backgrounds and characters. So the first thing the user sees is a welcome page with the button start. He clicks it, and then the next screen is a map of Kazakhstan with every single region that we have. So the user can choose the region where he or she lives. For example, the user in the video clicked Kostanay region, and as a result, the next screen, the home page, is with a map of a certain place in Kostanay that is not landscaped with trees and other plants. In the left higher corner, you can see an icon of money. That is our in-game currency, and this currency can be used to plant virtual trees on a real map of an empty field in the user's region. By clicking the number 1, the user accesses several games. The first one is catching the trash. So here we can see a red plant and a picture of a plastic bottle, and the user has to click on the plastic bottle, but it's pretty hard because the location changes within the screen. The next game is a puzzle where the user can see a clear representation of ecological problems. Here we can see an example of a puzzle that is connected to plastic pollution in water bodies. The next game is matching cards. So every single card is related to ecological awareness and responsibility. And here, so basically the user has to match the cards in order to get the in-game currency. The next game is 3 in a row. So as the name says, the user has to put 3 identical images in a row. Here we can see bananas, trash, bottles, and if they're going to match the bomb in a row, the score is going to be lowered by 30 points. Here you can see the designer section of the game 3 in a row. It basically contains a table arrangement. The table arrangement consists of 10 columns and 5 rows, and every single cell is represented by a certain button with an image. Almost every screen within the application has these non-visible components called clocks. They are used for better user interaction. And then going to the code, the main blocks that were used are when, so the event when the buttons will be clicked and what will happen in that case. This code is for the catch and trash game. Here we have 2 separate functions for the movement of the bottle and the movement of the flower, and separate blocks for the button click. The code for the puzzle involves a bunch of if and else statements in order for the user to get the pieces of the puzzles in their correct places. The last one is the matching cards game. Here we have 3 separate huge blocks, and the first one is for the reset button, the second one is for the flip movement, and the last one represents the statement when the clock hits the time that it was set into. Moreover, for customer development and the testing of the application, we've conducted a forums survey. Here you can clearly see that potential users play video games on a daily basis. And when asked about their attitude toward environmental issues, 70% of respondents said environmental protection is either important or very important to them. However, only about 1/5 had previously donated to environmental causes. Seeing this strong internal motivation, we acknowledge that certain functions have to be added. For example, transparent reporting of donations, linking achievements, exclusive in-game rewards, and public recognition. Looking ahead, we plan to expand Orman's geolocation capabilities by integrating more advanced mapping tools and satellite data. We are also planning to initiate partnerships with local authorities and environmental departments. This will create a direct channel between citizen ideas and urban planning. Therefore, adding technologies like CloudDB and Firefox would be essential. Orman aims to become not just a game, but a tool for environmental action. So thank you for your attention.